So, I'm gonna give you the snake.
Comes back from Senegal, it's just changed, man.
Its snake is now yours.
Oh, nice.
New rule: co-host gets the snake.
Ooh, this is gonna be interesting with Solma.
Yeah, it is.
Can you imagine him wearing the snake?
I don't want it. I don't want it.
It's too tight around my neck.
No, he's gotta keep doing it.
Oh yeah.
Oh no.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Future Reach. You might have noticed we have new mics. Getting improved for y'all. But okay, back to topic. Our topic for today is Thor Ragnarok.
The rated of Marvel.
The what?
The rated of Marvel.
The right end of Marble.
Rating.
Oh, Raiden. Sorry, Raiden. I said right end. I was like right end
Yeah,
of
he's
what?
not a gamer, man.
Oh, I know Raiden. I just heard it wrong.
All right.
I know
all right.
Raiden. Lightning God. Yeah.
Anyway,
Cool hat, the hat.
the Lord of Thunder. And for those who have watched the movie, yeah, that's a joke from the movie. The Lord of Thunder, not the God of Thunder.
The
Lord of Thunder. That's right.
Yeah, but I'll start off straight off the bat. The movie is pretty good. It's actually really good. The storyline is pretty decent, it's well paced, it's fun, it's very fun. And well, that's what I have to say about it. Let's listen to these two.
Well, another point was it was more of a comedy, right? We were talking about that too, and we see it a lot in the opening shot right away. The storyline will surprise you. Surprisingly well written, well run in course of the storyline. How about you, Samih?
Yeah, well paced, well written, but it's straight up a comedy. I would say it's got a lot of fun action scenes, but it's I would say it really doesn't take itself too seriously, more so than other Marvel films. It's just having fun, which works, but there are some things that don't work with that.
Oh yeah.
But overall, I enjoyed it a lot more than I thought I would. I enjoyed it a hell of a lot more than Dark World, which I don't even remember now thinking about it. Right? It's far more memorable.
Yeah.
It's really, really fun. And yeah,
They got a couple
Go see
of
it.
references for Dark World, but you don't really need to go see it.
No.
There's no reason. You can skip you watch the first one. It'll give you context for the people who.
Yeah, like this Thor, you could probably watch it just by yourself.
Yeah.
By itself, sorry.
You could,
It's like,
Especially if you watch Avengers.
if you know who Thor is,
Yeah.
that's all you need to know.
Yeah.
Except for, of course, from the trailers and the skits that they released before the movie that Doctor Strange makes like a very short appearance
Very
in the
small
movie.
appearance.
Yes, and Hulk kind of falls under that too. He's not a major player, but he does play a role in the story.
He's important. He is important. Hulk enthusiasts might be disappointed.
Yes.
Yes.
I would say Hulk enthusiasts wouldn't be too ecstatic about the way he's used in this film.
And like there's, as I said, the movie is a comedy straight from the first minute of the movie.
Yeah.
So there are some characters that they changed in order for it to fit in, Hulk being one of them.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're a fan of that whole Planet Hulk thing, then just take the movie with a grain of salt, if I can say it like that, because
This is for Thor fans. This
Yeah.
film is for Thor fans, first
Yeah.
and foremost, I would say.
Yeah, they do. But like we were talking in the storyline before, there was vital things that made Thor very underpowered, right? It really.
In this film, yeah.
this film.
yeah.
That's the thing that I like most about this story. There are stakes. Thor is a god. He's overpowered,
Yeah.
right?
High stakes makes it.
You feel, and you see this in the
Worth.
trailer, he loses his hammer.
Yeah.
It gets destroyed. You feel a sense of, there is actually a time where you think Thor could actually lose. Thor's got his work cut out for him in this one. I've never felt that before for Thor.
Or
He's always been, but for Thor particularly because he's always been the muscle.
Yeah, Thor has, in all the Avengers movies and even the first Thors, all he did was bash his way through his problems.
Yeah, well, which comes to the point that I was saying, Hulk is now the brain, not the brains anymore, because Bruce Banner doesn't.
Bruce
Hulk.
Banner was the brains in the Avengers, yeah.
But
One of the brains.
now Thor's put in a situation where he has to use his brains and is smart. And he's a pretty intelligent guy.
He is an actual intelligent guy, which
Yeah.
I did not see coming. So, there are parts in the movie it has nothing to do with the storyline, so don't even trip about it. It will be a minor spoiler for some people, but there are parts in the movie where you see Loki. You know, Loki is the trickster god, right? So he likes to throw holograms of himself. And Thor is actually able to know when it's the real Loki and when it's a hologram.
Yeah.
Yeah, his relationship with Loki is brought out really nicely in this one. I think
Yeah.
it's done very well. And,
There's
yeah.
more brotherly things than like brotherly
There's a little bit of
relationship.
both. There's a both. There's a
Yeah.
brotherly love and there's brotherly angst. I would say.
It gives him character, and it's also like Thor is no longer being like, "Oh, look, he tricked me again."
Yeah.
It's like, no, I know your tricks now.
Yeah,
That's
it's
right there.
like, yeah, I know what you're all about. Brother.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Which gives a nice chemistry because you're not playing that game anymore.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. And I mean, Chris Hemsworth is just a lot of fun watching him as Thor. He's got the charisma, and he played him a lot better in this time around, I thought, as well.
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
Yeah, but as you said, it's because his character had actual development. He was not just Thor.
Yeah, yeah.
Which,
He had actual development.
which scared me at the beginning because you see the old Thor, right? You see that beginning action sequence, and you're like, "That's Thor."
It's more the same.
Yeah, more the same.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
then once you get into it and give it a chance,
Yeah, and that's why I said storyline has a lot of development.
And Thor matures, I think, nicely in this film. Intellectually, he matures more so than I've ever seen him mature. Again, he's always like Thor, god of thunder, god of thunder, beats up everybody with his hammer. I almost said lightning because you said Raiden, threw me off. But you actually see him grow as a character for the first time in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And the first movie they did a pretty decent job of that, but I think they took it to a different degree here. It wasn't more of the same; it was something different.
right?
And I enjoyed that.
Yeah, okay, so we know the movie storyline and characters are pretty good. What do you think about CGI? Because for me, I think it was necessary. There was a lot of it, but I think it was necessary for the story to actually like get to the point. So some of the stuff had to be CGI for it to look good. After all, it's a story about gods.
Yeah.
So some of the stuff has to be CGI.
For me, it gets to this point where the way they use weapons could have been more effectively used because you don't need CGI for the guy who uses the Guardian, like he guards the gate.
Heimdall.
There you go.
Idris Elba's character.
Because he's waving his sword around.
Yeah.
Give an enemy, even if they are CGI, a good action sequence. Because he's just using a sword. Even when they got invaded, it's like there's sequences with armies and stuff like that, but you have weapons. Use them. You don't have to CGI everything, right?
Well, the problem is, I agree. I CGI drives me nuts. But but to side with Karim, how do you do this for gods?
Yeah,
I mean, Heimdall is still a god, basically, right? He can see everything. He's all knowing and all powerful in many respects, right?
He literally can see
He
everything.
literally does, right? So,
Which would be nice if he showed that in action.
but he's still a guardian of Asgard, right? It's very hard to take a mythological character like that and show him as like as a more grounded sort of human-esque fighter because he's not that, right? He is beyond human, right?
Yeah.
Like Thor is, Hela is, Loki is. It's very difficult to do that, and I'm not saying it's even justified. I understand how else can you do it, right? I see both points though.
Yeah.
I see what you're saying. The CGI makes sense, but I would like to see some more old-fashioned stuff. But with gods, it's pretty tricky, right?
It is.
Yeah.
So it's like it's a double-edged sword. Don't see it in 3D.
Yeah, please.
Don't see it in 3D.
We made the mistake of saying any 3D.
We didn't have a choice. It was we saw the
3D
showing. Yeah.
effects weren't worth the watch.
Yeah,
it's not.
They were
Yeah.
not.
You feel like you're in a video game. That was the problem. Like the CGI, I think I would have enjoyed a lot better if I wasn't wearing those stupid glasses over my regular glasses to watch it. Yeah.
All right. Another thing. Talking about gods, Norse mythology.
Oh boy.
I was talking to Hulk fans earlier. Now let's talk to Norse mythology fans. There are some things in this movie that will nag you through the whole movie, like it did to me. It's like every time I saw that damn wolf, I was like, he's not supposed to be here.
They did not use them correctly. Norse mythology was not referenced. I don't know if the Thor universe was like that.
Yeah, but it's like, remember, I did some research about it because in the Norse mythology, Loki has a son with some kind of like giant lady, and the son is a wolf. who is supposed to bring Ragnarok and eat Odin and stuff like that. I don't remember exactly how it goes.
Good God.
Got those.
In the Marvel universe, he also has a son that is a wolf, Fenrir.
Yeah.
But in this movie, the wolf is not depicted as Fenrir. Like Hela calls him something. I don't know how he like.
What he's called, yeah.
The wolf is on Hela's side. So first of all, you should have known that by the trailer.
Yeah.
Because you kind of see the wolf fighting Hulk.
Yeah.
So, but on the other side, the wolf is supposed to be Loki's son or something like that. So, I don't really know how that fit in that story because the way they portrayed it, for me, that was so far off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if that wolf is supposed to be Fenrir because I don't remember what Hela calls him. But if it is, they fucked it up. Straight up. That's all I need to say.
It was just convenient how Ragnarok was happening and the wolf was there, but
Yeah.
it wasn't used.
Well,
in Norse mythology wise.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like in Norse mythology, the wolf is supposed
Yeah.
to be one of the sources of Ragnarok, whereas in the movie he was just there.
Yeah, he was just there for action.
He was her muscle. He was her bodyguard.
Basically.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
That's true. The thing was like, you could have had that. You had an opportunity to do that, but they missed the opportunity for that.
There was a lot going on in this.
Oh.
Given all the characters and all the plot lines in this,
Yeah,
I still thought it was impressively coherent.
it was.
Yeah, it was
actually.
still. I mean, and also let's not forget this isn't directly Norse mythology; it's comic books, right?
Yeah,
which
but-
takes liberties.
Which
No,
does,
but that's the
yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
What I meant to say is that even in the comics, they follow them.
They follow it closer, right? Yeah.
So-
such as film adaptations in Hollywood, though, right?
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
film
that's the thing-
adaptation.
that's the
Father
thing,
was
yeah.
like what kind one of our friends was saying. It's like
You change it up.
it's a movie.
Yeah, that's all it is.
You do it to. I think if they didn't cut corners, it wouldn't have flowed as well.
Yeah.
Maybe that was the issue here.
Mm.
And it's like sometimes you gotta give and take in the especially the Marvel universe. Or we can have Spider-Man 3. It's your option.
Yeah, no, this was enjoyable. I got a kick out of it. But I don't know. For me, I feel like they're overdoing the non-seriousness, the silliness. I think it's just that they're taking it to like an nth degree now.
Yeah. So you know how we have our own rating system.
Yeah.
It goes from we'll go to see it on the first
Yeah.
day, we'll wait for the price to drop down, which is usually Tuesdays,
Yeah,
Tuesday
yeah,
morning.
yeah.
Then matinee,
Yeah, I meant it.
Then wait for it to get released on Netflix, DVD, whatever,
Yeah.
or not see it at all. So, what would your rating be?
We saw it on opening night, and I have no regrets. Just the 3D. Other than that, I was okay watching it on opening night. I don't know if I would do it for sure. But if you like, it's worth seeing it on opening night.
Yeah.
So yeah.
You?
I would say matinee. I enjoyed it. I loved it. It's just to wait in a lineup to watch that, maybe not. I would do it on a Tuesday where I get a half price and I'll enjoy it that way.
Yeah, I'm the same as him. It's like the movie was very enjoyable. It was short and enjoyable, but I would not go through the trouble of opening night ever again for that kind of movie. It's good. It's not that good.
What do you mean ever again? We're going to be doing that, like it or not.
I had fun. I enjoyed it. I liked it a lot more than I thought I would. So opening night was worth it for me. Will I ever see it again? That's up in the air.
Yeah.
That's up in the air.
I might, but that would be like chilling with like
Yeah.
family or somebody
Yeah,
and
like-
watching a movie.
A lot of these Marvel movies, like some of them aren't as memorable as they can be. Like they're not like.
Okay.
Yeah.
The first off,
Yeah.
the first movies they make, like the Guardian of the Galaxy, the first one,
Yeah.
they're good.
Yeah.
They hold up.
There are some
their own.
exceptions. There are some
Yeah.
exceptions.
And then you have the second or the third part of the series where I don't know if they hold up to watch
Yeah.
again.
Yeah.
Like I don't know if I would.
Yeah.
All right. So
Still a fun watch.
I want to end it here, but this man made a point earlier when we were talking that I want him to say about how Marvel movies always mess up the the badass moments.
No,
They always make fun of those. So take it away.
It's just there's this really good YouTube channel that I watched called Just Right, and he compared two scenes. He compared a scene from Spider-Man 2 to a scene from Doctor Strange, and it happens at the around the same point in the movie, towards the third act. And there's the scene where Dr. Octopus kidnaps Mary Jane in Spider-Man 2. Tobey Maguire bursts out of the bricks, tries on his glasses, realizes that he can't see well through them. He takes them off, and his spider powers are back. And the Danny Elfman score kicks in. The music is epic. He clenches his He looks into the screen intensely and runs away, and it's very serious. And then he juxtaposed it with Doctor Strange, which is Benedict Cumberbatch putting on the cape, kind of flicking it, putting it on, and the music is epic as well. But then the cape gets in his face, and he says, "Stop," and it does. And the video basically is saying, I love the Spider-Man scene, I hate the Doctor Strange scene, because one is taking itself seriously and one is saying, yeah, we're silly, we're being silly. And he basically said this video, if I remember correctly, all Marvel movies are basically doing this now, where it's just, we know it's not serious, we're just trying to have fun. And he kind of likened it to the internet culture and the YouTube culture, where you keep saying, this is not cool, this is lame, this is dumb, this is stupid. And I feel like he's saying he feels like Marvel movies, and I agree with him, are basically saying, we're not really, we're not that serious, we're just having fun. He goes, I wish we could have films like that where it is serious. So what if it's cheesy? It's intense, it's fun, it's passionate. And what's wrong with a little bit of seriousness in those kinds of situations? So I think he's right. I agree with him. And I feel like even though I really enjoyed Thor Ragnarok, it really does take that to another degree. It really does it overdoes it. There aren't really any serious moments in this.
All right, so I'll go back to you guys. Sorry about that. I'll go back to you guys. Marvel makes a lot of movies that are fun and loving, and people criticize them for not being serious in their movies. And Thor is a prime example of that, the latest Thor. So I'm going to ask you in the comments to tell us what you think. Do you think they should be making more serious movies? Keep at it, like what they're doing right now? Or do you have any other suggestions? And tell us what you thought about Thor Ragnarok. Anyways, it's been fun. As always, movie reviews.
Yep.
And I will see you next time.
Make sure you subscribe.
Like, subscribe, share. Hopefully you enjoyed. See you later.
Later.
Thank you for watching. If you like what you saw, you can check out the next video here. If you're in a daring mood, you can select a random video here.